What's up? 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 What is up? How are y'all doing today? It is Friday, and y'all know what that means. That means we're going to have a good old time tonight. I am your host, Emmanuel Eman Noisette, and I want to thank each and every one of you for showing up and popping out and showing folks. Okay? I love the fact that you guys are here. I appreciate you. And we have a lot of things to talk about. We have Jonathan Majors potentially making a comeback. We have Anthony Mackie clearing the air. We'll talk about that. And of course, we are going to give some updates about Blade, which apparently seems to be a reoccurring theme on this channel. But we gonna talk about it, get into it, and hopefully, if the studios act nice with your boy, we might watch a couple things as well. So we have a lot of things to go through tonight. Hopefully, we will have a very, very good time. I do want to say real quick, y'all, if y'all could do me a favor, we need to give my man Minister Crush some love because he just sent a $50 Cash App. Said here, for ad-free is the way to be. Thanks for all you do. No, Mr. Crush, thank you for keeping this channel ad-free because it is supported by people just like yourself. So thank you, brother, so much. You are the reason, one of the reasons why we don't have to run ads and do all cheap gimmicks and stuff. Y'all keep the lights on. So thank you so much for that, man. I really appreciate it. All right, we got a couple quick shout outs and then we'll get started. Paulette, thank you so much for hanging out. Mr. Mitchell, what is up? Jay, what is going on? How are you? DB, how you doing? Last of my kin is in the building. What is going on? Screaming Monkey, how are you? Ellie Girl, thank you so much for hanging out. Or if you're coming later, shout out to the replay gang. Appreciate y'all either way. Dre, how you doing? Leander, thank you so much for making it out. Neville, what is up? Shar, good to see you. Poor man, good to see you again. Thank you for making it out. MC, appreciate you coming through. 60 plus, what is up? Miss Harper, always a pleasure to have you on. Appreciate you. Zia Latrice, the homie is here. Nelson V, what's going on, sir? Trees, thank you so much for making it out. I appreciate you. My man John is back in action. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to have you back. Talented one, what is up? Got aloha right back to you. Thank you so much. And Mr. Hughes is here as well. Good to see you. Who else did I see? Yep, there we go. My other homie Rhonda is here. Thank you so much for making it out. Wait a minute. Got the missus in the building. Got the queen here, y'all. What is going on? Ma'am, shouldn't you be out with the girls? You know, hold on. I got my lips all shiny. Why my lips so shiny on here? I see the missus out here. Like, you're supposed to be hanging out with the girls or with the sisters. The soror. I can't say that word. I can't. What's wrong? Oh, something's wrong with my mic. What's wrong with my mic? Uh-oh. Hold on. Not sure. I appreciate you letting me know. Hold on. Is the mic better? Let me know if the mic is better. I haven't done nothing with the mic, so I don't know if some feedback. Let me know. Let's see. This is why I always have a nice little cold opener. Hold on. Okay, let's try this. Does this make a difference? Is this better or worse? Let me know if the mic sounds better now at all. I don't know what it is. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's see. Still bad. How about this? Reduce background noise. Okay, I guess they added some new features. Better. I'm hearing that things are better. If this is better, let me know. Clean. Better. Okay. All right. I don't know what happened. Maybe they changed something in the settings. But I appreciate y'all holding it down and letting me know. Shout out to the young lady, my oldest daughter, because I showed enough would have kept on going. Okay, did I miss? Okay, well, hey, yo, shout out to everybody that has made it out tonight. I appreciate y'all and thank you for the feedback. I do appreciate that and holding me accountable for that because I would not want you guys to have a bad experience. Thank you so much, Ill Magic. I appreciate you for hanging out. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Anthony, what you got? Just got back from popping out in Cali with Kung Fu Kenny. I was about to go to bed early until I saw your arch nemesis was going to be a topic. I don't know what you're talking about. We just gonna talk about the news. That's all. We just gonna talk about the news, and I feel like it's gonna be a good day. I feel like it's gonna be very fine. And it is what it is. So we will get into it. Let's see. We have before we get started. We have to get through some bad news first. So we'll go through the bad news and then we'll get to the better stuff. Unfortunately, guys, life is going to life, and we just lost another heavyweight, I would say, in the acting game, and that was Donald Sutherland. In case you did not know, Donald Sutherland has passed away just recently. It says, if you didn't know where he was from, he was in The Dirty Dozen, he was in MASH, Clute, Don't Look Now, Ordinary People, Without Limits, and probably for the younger audiences, he was also in The Hunger Games. But he did die Thursday in Miami after a long illness, and he was 88 years old. In case you also didn't know, he is the father of Kiefer Sutherland. Kiefer Sutherland is the guy that you probably know from The Lost Boys, or Jack Bauer from 24. So that was his father that passed away. But Donald Sutherland's been a fantastic actor for a long time. I have yet to see him be in a film that he didn't deliver, so it is sad news to hear of his passing. I wasn't aware of his illness, but it is what it is. And so far, like I've said with a lot of people that have passed away, all I have seen is nothing but positive words from people that knew him, that worked with him. And I feel like that's the best thing that you can do, is when you leave this earth, at the very least, leave it with a positive impression. And it looks like Donald Sutherland has done that. But yeah, thank you very much, sir, for all your great work. Definitely appreciated. Prayers, thoughts, condolences, positive vibes to all his friends, family, and fans out there. All right, let's move on. Oh man. S. Tomp, thank you so much. E-Man, your live streams bring me so much joy. Great work. Thank you so much. That does mean a lot to me. I appreciate you for being here, and thank you so much for that support. Does mean a lot. All right. Now that we got that out the way, we have to talk about this, because I didn't think I was going to talk about it. I had no idea I was going to come back here, but here we are. Here we are. And let me just say this for some of the people, because there's always one. I don't know why, but there's always one. You should stick to talking about movies and TV, man. This ain't about music. This ain't nothing. This is my channel. It's my channel. I can talk about whatever I want on my channel. But I care about y'all. And for those of y'all watching on the replay, guess what? I'm going to put a nice little timestamp, and you can go into the description and just skip it if you don't want to talk about the music. That's okay. But I'm going to talk about this real quick because I feel like it. That's all. Okay? I love y'all. But this is my channel. Yes, some of y'all not like us, but we're not going to talk about that. I just want to talk about this because, again, I did not think I was going to have to do. I thought we was done. I thought it was over. I thought we could move on. I thought we could crown Kung Fu Kenny as the winner of this battle. But I did not know this man Kendrick was going to do a victory lap like this. So recently, in case you did not know, Kendrick Lamar did his little pop-out tour in Compton, in LA, whatever, and whatever. And All this was a West Coast celebration that was like the foundation of it was every diss Kendrick made against Drake. This man threw a concert on Juneteenth about dissing Drake. I don't think you understand the ramifications of this. The mere fact that most of Kendrick's disses were against Drake's blackness, and he did it on one of the blackest holidays that we could have. It's insane. Not only that, I mean, again, this is something we've never seen, but not only that, this man played Not Like Us 5 times at the concert. 5 times. 5? Is he Booker T? 5 times? Oh. It says here on Juneteenth, this sold out concert was held with over 16,000 fans, and he started it off with Euphoria. You had all these other rappers coming out, Tyler the Creator, Ty Dolla $ign, DJ Mustard, YG, Roddy Ricch. You had all these people popping out. Then you had Dr. Dre, Mr. West Coast himself. You had Dr. Dre come out and introduce this man. He introduced the diss. Hold on. What happened? Where? Bet. Now, come on. Bet. What was he trying to get? You do not take things out of your mouth. You tell him to leave it, or you walk away. You call somebody else. You understand? Sorry about that. Just had an incident with the dog. I'm going to have to figure out later. It looks like he had, I don't know if he bit her or if he sniped at her. But it's not good. You know, you hear your kid screaming. Luckily, she's okay. Nothing has happened. I'm assuming, at least for Kobe's sake, that this was just playful nipping. But when you hear your kid screaming, I'm not playing. Okay. Anyway, just give me a second here, because that boy just all right. Where were we? All right, baby's okay. She's okay. Just not, this is not what I want to hear. I don't want to hear that, All right. What were we talking about? Destruction from Drake or from Kendrick on Drake. All right. So you had all these people coming out. You had Kendrick playing these tracks 5 times. Some people say 6. And it says here he brought out the night's performers on stage with individuals from various LA neighborhoods with affiliations as a show of unity. They said this man brought out the Bloods and the Crips and just ended all gang violence over a diss. Over a diss. You brought unity. You brought people on the West Coast together over a diss for Aubrey. You had Westbrook, DeRozan, LeBron James showing up here as well. Like, listen, and I want to clear this up because I made a post and some people were already jumping down and saying all this crazy stuff. Check this out. I had said that Kendrick Lamar, after what just happened, what just transpired, Kendrick Lamar has probably now just gotten the greatest diss of all time. And I want to clarify that because I think some people's like, oh my gosh, you can't say that. Tupac, Nas, Ether. Hold on. Let me clarify. Lyrically, Ether and No Vaseline, to me, are still better than anything Kendrick has done in terms of a diss. Lyrically, let me make that clear. If we talking about bar for bar, No Vaseline, Ether, they are superior. What I'm talking about is Kendrick Lamar has now had the greatest diss campaign that we've ever seen. And there's no competition. The closest 2 competitions we could have is probably when 50 destroyed Ja Rule and probably Tupac versus Biggie, right? Those campaigns were definitely moments in history. But what Kendrick just did is not something that I would say is recency bias. I would not say it's a prisoner of the moment situation. And the main reason why I'm saying Kendrick's diss was so much better and it's probably goated is for a couple of reasons. One reason is that even though Pac versus Biggie was definitely a big campaign, right? Drake, as of today's standards, is one of hip hop's like greatest performers out there, rapper, singer, whatever. Whether you like him or not, Drake is up there. To take that guy down is big talk. That's one thing, right? Same thing you could say for Nas versus Jay-Z at the time. To take out someone at the number 1 like that, that's huge. 2, you have social media. Social media is the one thing that has helped propel Kendrick Lamar above everyone else for this diss campaign. We've never seen that because if Pac and Biggie had social media, oh, this would have been crazy. If Jay-Z and matter of fact, I say this, if Jay-Z and Nas had social media back then, I don't know if Jay-Z would have survived. The memes that came out, the videos that would have came out, it would have been a problem. But it was easier for us to compartmentalize things and to move on back then. But now, the mere fact, when did this Kendrick thing start? Back in March? It's June. Y'all don't believe me. Okay, y'all don't believe me. Because some old head gonna come in and be like, no, it was crazy back in the 90s. It was crazy. Okay, all right, you tell me. When did you see this? When did you see this? Kendrick Lamar fans still rapping Not Like Us as they exit out of the concert that he just played the same song 6 times, 5, 6 times. They still rapping to it. Janet Jackson, one of the icons, is using Not Like Us during her nasty breakdown night during one of her tours. Janet Jackson, never on my bingo card would I think Janet Jackson would be doing anything West Coast related. The Philharmonic Orchestra, bro, you got orchestras playing your diss songs? Tell me where that's happened. Nah, don't call me a groupie. Tell me, back it up with facts. Where have you seen this before? Where have you seen? Bro, they got high school orchestras doing this, playing Not Like Us. I'm not making this up. I'm just making an observation of what's happening in the culture. They got the babies, 5th graders. Now, I don't condone this. You know, as a parent, I don't condone this. They got 5th graders singing along to Not Like Us. It's not one class. They doing this at birthday parties. Birthday parties? Yo, once again, somebody tell me where they do this at. I'm here for the evidence. I'm talking to the OGs now. I'm here for the evidence. Matter of fact, let's talk about an OG. Drake sat here, used a fake AI of Snoop Dogg to make his diss or whatever. But the real Snoop Dogg just came out and he crowned K-Dot as the king of the West. The real Snoop Dogg, who's still alive. Now, personally, when I think of West Coast, I think Snoop Dogg. I personally think that Snoop Dogg is the king of the West. That's my personal opinion. But the mere fact that this dude literally crowned K-Dot, I just don't think that the argument can be made anymore. Not only did Kendrick win, but when you look at the whole purpose, the intent, the motivation behind hip hop, it was always a cultural phenomenon. And when you do something like what Kendrick has done, that speaks to the culture and moves the culture, it's undeniable. This man has the greatest diss campaign of all time. Somebody said, what can Drake do at this point? Nothing. The only thing Drake can do is go do some features, and he gonna have to like come out with some hits and act like none of this has ever happened. That's the only thing my man's gonna have to do. Do y'all really think Drake can ever set foot in California again? I mean, come on now. If this man sits here and has a concert in California, you don't think a segment of that crowd is gonna be saying, "OV ho"? You don't think that's gonna happen? You don't think somebody gonna say A minor? Bro, he's never gonna live this down. He's gonna be great. He's gonna make his music. I'm just saying, when a diss, let me put it this way. Unless you're a Drake groupie, and I respect the fact that people can feel how they want to feel, Kendrick has now forced the culture to view Drake through Kendrick's lenses. You ain't never gonna look at Drake the same way whenever he features with Sexy Red and not think of you seeing 2 bad girls. You're not. You're never going to not think whenever he says OV ho that you're gonna be like, OV ho. You not. Every time he uses the N-word, you're gonna be like, man, we don't want to hear you say N-word no more. That impact, the closest I remember was like when Ja Rule got destroyed by 50 Cent. We started to look at Ja Rule through the lens of 50. We was like, nah, bro, you a wankster. You ain't no real gangster. Nah, G. Don't matter how deep your voice is. I'm just amazed at the fact that we are living in a moment of history and that this is all happening. So, like I said, I do not believe this is recency bias because personally, I'm a fan of both of them. I am an observer of what's happening socially. And I've never seen this in the history of music, not hip hop, music. This is nuts. Anyway, you guys let me know. What did you think about the whole Kendrick versus Drake? How did you watch the concert? The concert was kind of fun. I'm a little mad I didn't go, but at the same time, I'm like, ain't nobody going all the way to the West Coast for it. But y'all let me know. What did you think? How did you feel? And listen, I already told y'all, bring the evidence if you got something else to say. Don't just say, no, you wrong. No, nah, bring that evidence here, boy. That's what I want to see. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. What you got here? Ism 5 times is crazy. Kenny trying to kill this man, super petty. And I thought 50 versus Ja was bad. Same here. I never thought anybody could go any harder than the way 50 went on Ja. Like that to me, I was like, that's it. That was it. I never even thought that Kenny could go to that level. This was brilliant marketing. That's why I said this is a great diss campaign. The fact that you went this long and this went this hard, it's crazy. It's crazy. Tim, yo, sometimes you got to pop out and show them. You have to. Listen, for no reason, and I don't know about y'all, for no reason, I just been saying that. Like I just been walking around the house, and my wife just minding her business. I'm like, yo, sometimes you got to show up and you just got to pop out and show people. Just he showed them. He showed them. Sir Shy, Academics was low-key dancing and not like us. Yikes. Now, if Academics was doing it, and some of y'all might know, Academics is a very big Drake groupie. If he was dancing to it, whoo, that's a nail in the coffin. Kiki, what you got? That man had Bloods, Crips, and whoever else on stage frolicking and having a jolly good time. To do that, somebody said that this was like the gang version of We Are the World. Like, and it was. Somebody else said that this was Drake's Red Wedding. And it was. Like, I can't. Sir Shy, I don't do dogs. Glad the kid's okay. Dog gotta go. I'm hoping it don't come down to that. I'm hoping it does not come down to that. It's one of my bigger concerns. It's one of my bigger fears that I would never want to have to get rid of my dog or to put him down for that. So, part of this is I do have to train my kids better on how to deal with him. So I'm not going to go that route yet, but he is going to definitely be on timeout. Like he needs to just stay over there in the corner and relax. JN, Kendrick is just so lyrical. He really said, beat his tail and hide the Bible. If God watching, Drake just go back to Hotline Bling. It's over. It really is. Like and the problem that I have with Drake is just the fact that, again, I'm a fan of his, but you just have to stop posting on social media. You cannot sit here and continue posting these things that shows you're clearly affected by it. Because when you do that, and I mean, again, you don't have a comeback. You're like, what you finna do? Go to Toronto and make a concert? Bro, don't nobody care about Canada like that. Shout out to the Canadians. I'm just saying, it's not going to have the same impact. I don't know. What are you going to do? Okay. I think I pissed off enough people on the replay gang. So that's all for that topic. Let's get to the movie stuff. Netflix House. I don't know about y'all, but like Netflix is out here really trying to make some extra moves and do some different things out here. Of course, we already know that Netflix dominates when it comes to the streaming platform. and all that. But outside of having one or two movie theaters out there, it looks like Netflix is going to diversify even more. And one of the things that they're going to do is have a Netflix house. Now, what is a Netflix house? Here it is. Netflix has announced the first two cities for its gigantic new in-person experience venues slated to open in 2025. The new Netflix house will open next year in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, and Dallas, Texas. It's going to feature a wide array of shopping outlets, eateries, experiential activities tied to the streamer's major franchises like Bridgerton, Stranger Things, or Squid Games. It says here, as examples of what to expect at the brick and mortar complexes, the company says, imagine waltzing with your partner to an orchestral cover of Taylor Swift's song on a replica of the Bridgerton set, and then walking around the corner to compete in the glass bridge challenge from Squid Game. Visitors can then visit a restaurant with food inspired by Netflix shows from around the world. So it does sound like this is going to be a pretty unique thing. I'm surprised they only did this in Pennsylvania and Texas. I would have thought they'd do this like obviously in LA or New York, but you guys tell me, does this sound like something interesting that you would want to visit or at least to check out? I feel like this might be an interesting tourist type of thing. I don't know if I check. I need to know what the price is. Like, how much are we talking? Is this free? Like, is it free to do them experiences? Like, that's what I want to know. How much are we talking? But y'all let me know. Is this something that's interesting to you? Is this something that you would try out? Whatever you think, let me know in the comments down below. All right. Hold on now. Okay. We got some more here. Nelson, what you got? If Kendrick and Meg the Stallion collab and do a Not Like Us remix, it's over for Drake and Nicki. Yikes. First of all, I just heard that Kendrick was shooting a new music video. And again, I'm still surprised that this song is still in rotation. But to do a music video, and if you have ever watched Kendrick's videos, his videos are pretty creative. It's going to be very interesting to see what he does in that video. But yes, if a remix comes out, it's going to be a problem. That is absolutely going to be a problem. And I don't know where it's going to go. JN, Kendrick really brought Coachella to Amazon on Juneteenth, but this beef wasn't as bad as Michael trying to run over Prince with a car. No. It was Prince trying to run over Michael and his mom with a car. Yeah, man, if y'all haven't heard that story from what I think it was will.i.am, look up will.i.am, Michael Jackson, Prince story. That was hilarious. Thank you so much. House of Boom. This is a generational diss. Adonis might get hit with the kids bop while at school. This is kind of what I'm talking about when I say that this is the greatest diss campaign. Because if you think about it like this, without social media, you don't have the legs to keep things going. And, like you don't hear little kids and I'd hope not, you don't hear them talking about Ether. You don't hear them talking about, the takedown. You don't hear them talking about no Vaseline, mainly because social media wasn't there to preserve the stuff like that, right? This is lasting an impressionable, it's lasting a huge impression on the youth. This generation, when they become the OGs, unless somebody else does something like this, they're gonna be like, nah, this was the greatest of all time, and I was there. So listen, when we all gone, the young kids are gonna be sitting there like, nah, that Kendrick. Woo! So listen, every time there's always gonna be a new person that comes along, and it happens. It's okay. It's not a bad thing. Deshaun, thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate you for that. Oh, you got one here. Okay, thank you so much. Netflix says sometimes you got to pop out and show Edward. Listen, sometimes you do. It's crazy how this is just so relevant. It's just, it works. It just works. JN, King of Prussia Mall is so large, it has hotels on the property. Wow. Netflix is making a good play here. That's interesting. I've never been there. So that's pretty cool. The biggest malls I've been to, I think I went to one in Atlanta. And then I went to a couple in Vegas. Now those malls were insane. Like, I was just shocked by those. But that's pretty cool. Thank you for that update. All right. We have an update here. Now, there have been a lot of talk about Jordan Peele. We have heard some things about how he is potentially meeting up with Marvel. And recently, Jordan Peele just posted something on his Twitter, and it was a date. It was just a random date of October 23rd, 2026. And immediately, people started jumping in, talking about, yo, this has got to be Blade. It's got to be, right? Because Blade supposedly will be filmed later this year. We'll see. So it does kind of sort of make sense that it would later on appear in 2026. And, around Halloween, that would actually be a good time. But I don't really think that's the case, mainly because Jordan Peele had 2 other movies that he was going to do, and a lot of them had gotten delayed because of the writer's strike. So, we don't know what these movies are. This might be Nope Part 2 for all we know. It might be something else original for all we know, but I'm going to reserve the idea. I'm going to reserve any hype in believing that this is a Blade related project. Personally, I feel like if it was Blade related, we would have heard the news about it. Marvel would have posted it, retweeted it, all of that. So I don't really think that that's the case. So I just wanted to kind of temper expectations. It might be, but I highly doubt it. I just didn't want folks getting their hopes up a little too high with this. We do have another update here for Uncharted. I'm sorry, I don't really know why we have an update for it. I did not really care about this movie. It was not terrible. It just wasn't memorable, and I just have zero interest in more of it. But it seems as though Tom Holland will be returning, and part 2 is officially in the works. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't even know why I brought this up, because I have zero interest in this. But I do want to know, do you guys feel as though that this is something that you're interested in? Did y'all like Uncharted? I think in my rating, I might have given it like a 6.5, a 7. Like, it was I'm like, bro, stick to Spider-Man. Just stick to that, But whatever. I'm sorry. You know what? I shouldn't have brought it up. I'm sorry. I shouldn't waste y'all time. I'm sorry. Let's move on to a better topic. Transformers meets the G.I. Joe. Now, we've talked about this. I got a whole replay clip of how many red flags I have about this whole franchise and what they're doing with this film. In case you did not know, after Transformers Rise of the Beast came out, the post-credit scene teased that they were going to do another Transformers movie, but it would include the G.I. Joe. I already told y'all I felt like that was a terrible move, because we haven't even had a G.I. Joe movie that was even successful. So if you don't have a successful G.I. Joe movie and you're trying to possibly bring in a whole new cast, how do you think a crossover is just gonna just work? How is that even going to be a thing? So I'm very apprehensive about this. And we did have a little bit of excuse me, we had some news that Chris Hemsworth was going to be a part of this. Now, because Chris Hemsworth was also in Transformers, what was it, day one, whatever, it's the animated one that's coming out soon. He was playing Optimus Prime, so I thought that that's who he was going to continue playing in this crossover, but it seems like that's not the case according to this new report. It says here Chris Hemsworth is confirmed to have a role in the new Transformers X G.I. Joe film. He will not be playing Optimus Prime, rather an unannounced character. And yes, once again, producer Lorenzo Di Bonaventura is making these announcements, and I already told you he's the biggest red flag we could have. Lorenzo, that, yes, the guy that did Madam Web, the guy that did Snake Eyes, the guy that did Jupiter's Ascending, all the guy that is responsible for so many terrible movies, the guy that we just talked about last week, who did not understand why fans liked the Transformers movie. He's the one in charge of this. But the mere fact that you're gonna bring Chris Hemsworth in and you're not making him Optimus Prime, which I'm okay with, especially if maybe we can get Peter Cullen to come back. Like that's the only Optimus Prime I like to hear, you know. I feel like they just want to make him Duke. I feel like that's all they're gonna do. I feel like Lorenzo probably saw Extraction or whatever on Netflix and was like, yeah, he can play that military blonde-haired guy. He should play Duke. As if Channing Tatum wasn't bad enough. You really want him to come and play Duke? I'm not saying he'll be bad, but I'm just like, nobody else? All right. I guess. I don't know. But y'all let me know. How do you feel about this? Do you want to see Chris Hemsworth in this crossover? How are you even feeling about this crossover movie? Maybe you're excited for it. I don't know. Whatever you think, let me know in the comments down below. Let's see. Kat, what's up? When is Transformers going to have their movie? I mean, they always want to be caught up in other stuff, I guess. So I don't know. I don't know. I have not had the highest hopes for a Transformers movie in a long time. It's been a very, very long time, and I have not no, it's not for me. Let's see what else. We got an Avengers 5 update, as you know, Avengers 5, which we still don't have a title for. It was supposed to be Kang Dynasty, but of course, with the whole Jonathan Major situation, who knows what was going on with that. So Marvel hasn't really scrapped it, but they've kind of sort of pivoted, but we don't really know. All we know is that they still want this to happen. And we do have an update here from Benedict Cumberbatch. So Benedict was doing some sort of press junket or something, and he confirmed that Doctor Strange will return for Avengers 5 and that filming will begin in 2025. So great. It sounds like things are still on track. They're still going to do Avengers 5. We've heard a lot of different conversations about how there would be like so many characters coming in. I think one of the rumors was that it was going to be like 60 cameos or something like that. It's going to be something crazy. The last thing we heard was that Deadpool 3 director Sean Levy, he was actually the front runner so far to come back and do this movie. Apparently whatever he did in Deadpool has definitely gotten Marvel's interest. But I don't care that they're filming. I don't care. I want to know who is going to be the director. That's what I want to know. I want to know who's going to be the director, because that will give me probably a better feel for what we can really start to expect with this film. As you know, the Avengers movies are like they're big money makers. Like these are the movies that, as we've seen, they make $1.5 billion, if not more, every time. So we'll have to see. I care more so about who's directing this movie. I want to know what's gonna happen. Because honestly, I'm also kind of sitting here thinking to myself, like, I'm just waiting for Secret Wars. Like, Avengers 5 is cool. I'm really more concerned about Avengers 6. I want to know what y'all gonna do in Secret Wars, mainly because if it's even close to the comics, this would be the time when Marvel they might, if they're smart, they might do a soft reboot. And if they do a soft reboot, that is where I am personally going to make my bigger decisions about what Marvel can be and what they will be. All the stuff that they've been doing right now, to me, I don't care. It does not carry a lot of weight. Killing off T'Challa, as much as I disagree with it, as much as I am so opposed to that creative decision, T'Challa Jr., all that nonsense, Secret Wars and after is where Marvel can finally be like, you know what? This is now our official clean slate. We started off without all the characters. We started off doing more reactionary decision making on the fly. Now we have the X-Men, we got Fantastic Four, we've got every character mostly that is now under our now we can get to work. So I don't care what they do up until Secret Wars. And I want to see, are y'all going to reboot? Because this is the time when you can clean everything up. This is the time when you can start brand new. This is the time where you can take all those creative mishaps, maybe even the bad casting decisions, and now you can say, this is the official way we go. So Avengers 5 is cool. It's definitely going to be something to watch, but I need to see what's going to happen after that. But y'all let me know, how do you feel about Avengers 5, Doctor Strange coming back, which makes sense. Last time we saw him, he was out there with Cleo chasing these incursions, so it would make sense that he would come back for Avengers 5, maybe help out with Kang, or maybe he'll help out with all the incursions and stuff. But whatever you think, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Kat, what you got? I will watch it if the Russo brothers are going to direct it. Listen, I've said this many times. If you put the Russo brothers as directors for Avengers 5, you're going to get an easy $2 billion just off of hype alone. The guys that broke those records for you and got you $2 billion plus for those last two Avengers movies, you bring them back? You listen, if you don't, it's possible maybe we get something else. I'm just saying they are the most guaranteed money. They are the safest bet. Can somebody else come in? Of course. But if you want that guaranteed turnout, you get them Russo brothers. You get them back. That's going to be the real deal right there. All right, let's move on. Oh, snaps. Hold on. I spoke too soon, y'all. We have to give a quick shout out to Low Key. Thank you so much. He says, happy Friday, E-Man. I'm sending some love right back to you for the $20 Cash App. I appreciate you because you always coming through supporting the channel, Low Key. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you for real. All right. We have a Spider-Man update. As you know, Spider-Man 4 is more than likely underway of getting, done and all that with Sony. But that's not the only Spider-Man project that's out there. You also have the upcoming animated feature, series that's coming to Disney Plus. That is Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And it says here that Marvel Animation's Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man will premiere November 2nd. So we do finally have a date on when this is going to happen, and it will be November 2nd of this year. I have absolutely no idea what to think about this. I don't know if this is canon. I don't know if this is going to be something in the outside universe or if it's a prequel. to, Homecoming. I don't know. But either way, I'm here for it. I want to see what they're doing. They got a black Norman Osborn with the crispiest waves you've ever seen. So I definitely want to see where they're going with that. And of course, with animation, even though Marvel has the rights over there at Sony, I believe they're still free to do anything animated with Spider-Man under their purview. So it will be interesting to see what they do with that. But as I mentioned, like Spider-Man 4 is not the only thing that's cooking. We also have Into the Spider-Verse, which, hey, listen, animation takes a long time. Okay. Animation is something that, can take years to happen. We've seen that with TV shows like Invincible, and Into and Across the Spider-Verse to me are like some of the greatest Spider-Man stories we've ever gotten. But more importantly is the fact that Miles Morales is a gem. Miles Morales is a fantastic character. And I've been saying for the longest, put this brother in live action. And according to the latest rumors, that's exactly what could be happening. It says Sony is reportedly casting for the role of Miles Morales in an upcoming live action Spider-Man project. All that says to me is, because keep in mind, Amy, one of the producers for Spider-Man, she already said, yeah, Miles is coming. We're going to cast Miles, but like we got to get these two projects done first. Well, she was talking about Beyond the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man 4. So I'm assuming if this rumor is accurate, an upcoming Spider-Man project, we're not getting, obviously, for live action, we're not getting Miles Morales again in some other way in Beyond the Spider-Verse because he's already the star there. It sounds like we might get a nice little cameo in Spider-Man 4. I feel like that has to be the most logical thing. Introduce him in Spider-Man 4, and once you do that, you can now go and build up interest for a solo movie. So it will be interesting to see who they bring on for it. Again, I am hoping that they stay true to the character. Sony, don't mess with this. If you can, ideally, and y'all got the resources now, get a Black and Latino actor that can really represent what Miles Morales was created to represent. Okay? Don't just go whitewashing. Okay? Like, get somebody who can speak Spanish, but is also brown skin to dark skin. This is not hard. And if they can do some gymnastics, that's even better. Okay? That's even better. So, listen, Sony, don't mess this up. Please, don't mess this up. I need y'all to continue working with Marvel on this. I know Miles Morales live action could be a separate thing, but I need y'all to continue working with Marvel on this. Because to be honest with y'all, you guys have not demonstrated to me that you know what you're doing. Not on the live action side. When it comes to the animation, y'all letting Lord Miller cook with Beyond the Spider-Verse and all. That's fine. But when it comes to live action and Spider-Man related things that don't involve Marvel Studios, y'all need some training wheels. And this is not just my opinion. I'm saying based off of the reviews, the reception, and your box office, y'all need some help. Good luck. So I really hope that they get this together because Miles Morales, I think, has plenty of potential. A live action version, I believe, has plenty of potential to be a fantastic franchise and a very profitable one as well. But you guys let me know, how do you feel about a live action Miles Morales currently being cast? They're looking for him right now. Maybe, I don't have any inside info, but I'm just saying it would make sense if we do get a cameo in Spider-Man 4. I mean, that's how they did it pretty much in the Spider-Man video games. What do y'all think? Is this something you're looking forward to? Do you have other thoughts? Whatever you think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. All right. we have a Chris Rock update. No, Chris Rock did not get slapped again. Stop that. Get your mind out the gutter. We have moved past that. Chris Rock, as some of you have known, is one of the, I would say, a legendary comedian, stand-up comedian. Um, even though I don't know about his more later stuff, but still up there with, some of the greats. Um, and one of the things that Chris Rock is known for was his television series, Everybody Hates Chris. Definitely a fun show. I think the show it had like 4 or 5 seasons to it. And it was pretty funny. Definitely gave Tyler James his career at this point, who's now on Abbott Elementary. But it seems as though the ride is not going to stop, because Chris Rock has got some more coming your way. And it says here, expect to hear some familiar voices for Everybody Still Hates Chris. And this is going to be Comedy Central's upcoming animated take on the hit 2000s live action comedy Everybody Hates Chris. Now, Chris Rock is going to come back. He is going to narrate the same way he did before. But he'll do it in this newer version. Also coming back is Terry Crews and Tashina Arnold. So they will be coming back as Chris's parents and as the voices. It says here that it's going to be a half-hour animated series. It's going to premiere on Comedy Central later this year. And it will also appear on Paramount Plus at a later date. So here's some more of the cast. It says here that the new cast is going to focus on the younger characters. Obviously, a lot of the characters that were there before, they've grown up, they've become adults. So you do have to kind of recast. I think Tim Johnson right here, he's actually going to be playing the younger version of Chris. And then, of course, his sisters and so on. So, this, I don't know. Like, I didn't really watch Everybody Hates Chris like that, like not religiously. I would watch a couple episodes here and there. And it was funny. I liked it. I enjoyed it. As for an animated series, I don't know. I mean, the fact that it's coming on Comedy Central, I personally believe that platforms matter. You could have some of the best shows out there, but if they're on a certain platform that, let's say, other people have not seen or don't subscribe to, a really great show could just die off. I'm not gonna name no real names, but certain platforms, things just don't move, and I don't know if I'll be tuning in to Comedy Central for this. Now, if this came on Netflix, I would probably tune in. If this came on HBO, I would probably tune in. Peacock, I don't think so. I just don't tune into Peacock like that. Hulu, maybe. Paramount Plus, hell no. Hell no. I'm not checking for nothing on Paramount Plus. I'm sorry. It's nothing personal. It's just no thanks. No thanks. So anyway, shout out to all the actors and stuff that are I'm always a fan of Tashina Arnold, aka Pam from Martin. I got a chance to talk to her just one time on Zoom. It was hilarious. If you ever get to watch one of my interviews on my channel, let's just say she really liked your boy's voice. Those funny times. If you've seen the interview, you know what I'm talking about. I am happy for it. So anyway, what do y'all think about Everyone Still Hates Chris? Is this a show that you will be tuning in for? Is this something that you are interested in at all? Do you like the fact that it's animated? Maybe not. I don't know. Whatever you think, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let's see. Cat Cholo Miranda would make a great Miles Morales. Cholo Miranda. Are we thinking of the same Cholo here? Blue Beetle? Cholo? Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I everybody's entitled to their opinions now, but No. Miles is half black and half Puerto Rican. There is nothing black about Cholo. Nothing at all. Miles Morales is black. Hold on. Miles Morales. Yep. Yeah. I don't see Cholo growing out of fro. Like I don't see it. I don't see it. So not this time. Not this time. But thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. All right, let's go to Lethal Weapon. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but Lethal Weapon was one of my favorite action flicks growing up. You had Mel Gibson, Danny Glover doing their thing in the 90s. This was the classic, buddy, I wouldn't say buddy cop, but it's a classic, but yeah, it was a buddy cop movie. But my goodness, Lethal Weapon, that was definitely something I would watch consistently. I remember when they put Jet Li in there. Now, excuse me, my personal favorites 1 and 2 are still my favorites. Like, those are my favorites. It started to get a little over the top with 3 and then 4, and that definitely was a little bit too much. But it was definitely one of those films that I thought was a staple of the 90s, right? Now, there have been talks about whether or not this should continue. Richard Donner was the one that wrote the scripts and directed the films. Richard Donner is the same one that gave us Christopher Reeve Superman. Yeah, I mean, listen, Mel Gibson has had his history of problems. Let's just say that lightly. And even though he has uncanceled himself, this project just has never really had very many legs, or it didn't really go anywhere. But Mel Gibson did give us an update here about what's going on with Lethal Weapon 5. So he said in this interview, did I not highlight? Oh, there we go. He said in this interview here, I'm going to direct the 5th film in the Lethal Weapon franchise. Richard Donner, who did the other 4, sadly passed away. He was a good friend, and he kind of tasked me with carrying the flag home on that one. It'll be an honor for me to do that. Now, I do want to remind y'all, Mel Gibson is 68 years old. How old is Danny Glover? Danny Glover is 77 years old. In case you have not watched the Lethal Weapon franchise, there's a running joke that happens with Danny Glover's character, which is, and I'm sure some of y'all can say that, Danny Glover constantly tells people, yo, I'm too old for this. Okay? He's too old for this. He was too old in the 90s. In the 90s, he was too old. And now, on the brink of retirement, this man is coming back for a movie. Listen, if you tell me that this was a reboot, I'd be like, all right, cool. If it's a reboot, and if Mel Gibson wants to direct it, I'm cool with it, because I actually like Mel Gibson as a director. He's actually really good, whether you like him personally or not. As a director, Apocalypto, Passion of the Christ, he's really good as a director. So if he's going to give us a Lethal Weapon as a reboot, okay, like, you have my attention. But you trying to make this a sequel? How? How is this going to be a sequel? Both of y'all too old for this. There is no logical reason why a 77-year-old cop should be even touching a gun. Unless you just want to come in and check up on him at the nursing home. And I mean, Mel Gibson, bro, you 68. Why are you still working? If you a cop, why are you still on the force? I know your pension is nice and fat. You should be cashing this in. See, this is very different with like Bad Boys. Bad Boys made a little more sense because, yeah, they was getting a little older, but, you know, Will and Martin could still kind of, they could still kind of do it, right? They could still make it work. It was still believable. And black don't crack. Now, I have just said this, that I have met Danny Glover, and it was an honor and a privilege to meet this guy because he is a legendary actor. He is so fantastic in terms of his career and everything. And when I got a chance to meet him, and I'm not trying to shame him or anything like that, but time has caught up with him. Okay. And I mean, listen, the man's like almost 80 years old. Like, it's not, I'm not putting him down or nothing like that. But nothing about what I saw in terms of what I saw, in real life told me, I think you can go, do an action flick in your current state. Nothing about that told me that. Now, could Mel Gibson kind of get away with it a little bit? Again, he's a little younger. He can kind of sort of still do physical stuff. I just don't see it with Danny. I don't. And I love Danny. Danny is one of my favorite actors of all time. He's great. I gave that man his flowers when I saw him. But this ain't it. This ain't it. This man got to be a great granddaddy by now. He has to be at this point. Didn't his kids have kids already? I think he already was a grandpa in the last couple movies. His grandkids probably going to college by now. What are we doing? I don't know what he's gonna do. Gibson goes on to say, Richard Donner had gotten a fair way into the screenplay, so we've used what was there and we kept poking at it, working at it a little. I'm pretty happy with it. It's good. I had a lot of fun doing it. He goes on to say, it's funny. It's funny, but it's also pretty serious too. It tackles a couple of hard issues, so I'm looking forward to it. That also worries me. What do you mean it's funny? Because I don't know if Mel Gibson can give me the same humor that worked in the 90s. And we all know a lot of that 90s humor don't translate well today. I hope we have a scene where they kick it off. Something is going down. Mel Gibson's character comes in, Murtaugh or whatever, and he's like, yo, we got to go back in these streets. And I hope Danny Glover opens up the door and just slams it in his face and says, I'm too old for this, sits down, eats his pudding, and that's the last we see of him. If you want to give me a Danny Glover cameo, I'll be okay with that. I will laugh my butt off. If he's like, I ain't got time for you, slap, close that door. That's the only way I need it. But if you got him out there running, shooting, because he had that big old revolver too, leave me out of it. Leave me alone. I don't need it. Just reboot this franchise. I'm not the Mr. Reboot guy, but I'm just saying, if you want to do it, at least reboot it. All right. Y'all let me know how you feel in the comments down below. Let's see. Daryl, thank you so much. Yo, long time no see indeed. I see you're still spreading that knowledge. I'm trying to do what I can. Thank you so much, Daryl. I appreciate you coming through. Yeah, it has been a minute. Let's see. Extraordinaire. Does Miles Brown from Blackish have any Latin heritage? Because if so, he has my vote. I think he does. Y'all let me know in the chat, but I want to say that somebody confirmed that he does have some Latin heritage in him. I want to say he does. Let me see. How is Miles Brown nowadays? Because I know he kind of growing up a little bit. He's 19. He's 19 right now. They really missed the boat with him. Like they should have gotten him when he was younger. But I mean, God, oh man, this is making me feel old. Look at this young man. His brother done graduated. You know what I'm saying? Look at him. Look at him trying to feel all grown and stuff. So I mean, it's possible. They could kind of sort of make it work because Miles does have a growth spur. When he gets his powers and stuff. So maybe they play around with it, make him a little younger with some CGI, kind of like how they did with Captain America, and then boom, he grows up. Maybe, and I think he can play younger, right? I mean, he's 19. If you want to tell me he's 15 or something like that, sure. So listen, I see people are saying that his mom's Filipino. Sure. Filipino Mexican, great. Yeah, I'm down with it. That's a great pick. If we go with Miles Brown, that would definitely be a great pick for me. Minister, what you got? Sony gon' Sony, not no to Cholo, and I'm too old for this ish. Yes, aren't we all? Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Tasman, have you ever checked out Evil? What? Starred by Coulter on Paramount. Yes. Now, Taz, I know you might not have seen it, but yes, I am a fan of Evil. I do watch. Now, I haven't covered it on this channel. I was a little late to the party, but shout out to a lot of the E fam. They basically put me on it. But no, Evil is great. I like it. It's entertaining. It's definitely got that anything religious based has my attention. That is something that I'm always going to watch and always be attracted to. So this show it's got a very interesting blend of drama, horror, and comedy. But yes, Evil is absolutely something I watch. It's one of those shows that I will watch in between shows. Like it's like a filler show, it's something to help me carry over in the meantime. So that is definitely something I'm in for. So thank you so much for that. Angel, what you got? Dallas Dupree Young could play Miles. I don't know who that is. Dallas Dupree Young. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I don't know Dallas Dupree's background, but sure. Looks like he's got the look. He can do it. Is he also got some, Latino heritage in there? Like, but sure, why not? Definitely looks like, yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. Let's see. Nerdy Mastermind, I'm going to save yours for a little bit later, so hold on to that question. We will come back to that, okay? So I'm gonna save that for a little bit later in the chat. So I need to do we want to do that yet? No. Y'all want to watch some trailers? There were a couple trailers that came out, and I didn't get a chance to watch them yet, but I felt like I wanted to test it first to see if Google or YouTube would shut me down if I did. But it seems like they're gonna play nice. It seems like they're gonna play nice. So we have a couple trailers here for a couple TV shows and for some movies. So let's kind of go through them. We have the Penguin trailer. Real quick, do y'all want to see the Penguin trailer? I don't know if you guys care about it or not. If y'all want to see the Penguin trailer, I can load it up real quick and we can watch that. If not, I do have a couple other trailers that we can watch. Let me just see. Penguin trailer. Ooh, smashes everything. Okay. Oh, maybe. Okay. Maybe I do need to watch it. All right. Hold on. Y'all know what it is. We got to get ready. Let's get ready then. All right, let's get this Penguin trailer up here. All right, so Here we go. This is the now this isn't the first trailer. They dropped the teaser a while back, but I'm assuming that this is probably a more full trailer of it. But yeah, let's see what they got going here.
Look at this. What that madman did. Listen, Sal. Carmine Falcone's dead. And I'm here now. I'll be calling the shots. The Falcones are still licking their wounds. They're distracted. The business will be ripe for the taking.
My father's been dead a week. You want to take what's mine?
I'm the daughter of the Falcone Don, but he's dead. The family thinks I'm broken. I'm not broken.
You and me, kid. We gotta take whatever we decide is ours. Because no one's gonna give it to us. We're not without a fight.
Penguin, you work for the family. You will do as you're told.
I refuse to let these old men push me aside again. So I'm gonna take from them now. And I'm gonna force them to their knees.
What is it you're really after, Oz?
We're gonna tear down the Empire from the inside out.
You know, Oz, people underestimate you, but not me. I've always known you were capable of more.
Okay. It's coming out in September. Okay. Hey, that actually looked pretty decent. First of all, did I see that correctly? Why is anybody kissing this man? He had to have paid that person. Clearly they get ain't no way. Ain't no way somebody finna kiss that face. I just don't believe it. Not without some money involved. Can't. I don't believe it. But I will say this. I've stated it officially that I was not very interested in the Penguin series, mainly because I don't really care about the character. When it comes to Penguin and the Batman, I've never thought that he was a good villain for Batman. He's just been a classic villain because they just didn't put nobody else up there. Or they didn't have other more intriguing characters. But this is definitely giving, Scarface, Sopranos type of vibes. So, and because I do like Matt Reeves, I'm interested. I want to see where it goes. I want to see how they make this. How are you going to make me care about this if Batman's not here? Now, I do believe that earlier reports said that Bruce Wayne was still going to show up. So, we might get a cameo here and there. But I want to see, like, can you make this work? Or is this going to feel like Gotham where you just going to be like, where's Batman all the way, all day? So I don't know. I'm interested. This trailer does look intriguing. So I am very curious about it. And I have to say, Colin Farrell, and shout out to the makeup team, because the makeup team, even with the first Batman movie, like, they did a very good job with him. It looks like my man might be trying to compete for an Emmy. It looks like it. I know this is very early. It's definitely going to depend on the writing and the directing and storytelling. But when you have him be so immersed in the character, and he did a very good job in Batman already, there's a good chance here. There's a chance. That's all I'm saying. It's a chance. I don't know if it's a big chance, little chance. I don't know. But there is a chance. So I don't know. You guys let me know. How did you feel about the Penguin trailer? Is this something that you are interested in? Will you be tuning in? Maybe you'll not. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you don't care. Whatever you think, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right. I have 2 more trailers. I want you guys to answer this question for me. and it's just gonna help me pick the next one to do. Just type in black or white. Pick one of those, black or white, and that will determine what the next thing I'm gonna play. So just in the comments, black or white. I'm just making it whatever you think. Just real quick. Hold on. Black. Just because it was Juneteenth don't mean y'all got to pick black. What's wrong with y'all? Okay, whatever. So, since this is what y'all wanted to see, we're going to watch the Front Room trailer. Now, the Front Room, from what I understand, is it stars Brandy. Y'all remember Brandy, Moesha? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. So, from what I understand, this is a movie by A24, and she's in it. Now, here's the thing. I have not seen this yet. I understand that this is labeled as like a thriller slash horror. So, I'm going to give you guys that heads up, because I know there's some scary cats in here. I don't know what we're going to get in this. Okay? But I'm giving y'all that little heads up disclaimer. This is a thriller slash horror. Now, I haven't seen any scary thumbnails or nothing, so maybe nothing crazy, but I don't want nobody saying like, oh my gosh, E-Man, that is your disclaimer. If you need to go to the bathroom, go get put a chicken in the fridge or something, I don't know. Go do that. But we're going to watch the Front Room because I like Brandy. I think Brandy is pretty cool. And I'm intrigued because I haven't seen her in a long time. So let's check this out and see what is going on with the Front Room trailer.
No regrets. No, I will have
Babe, my dad is dead.
Dang.
Your father's final request was he wants you to take your mother into your home.
I'm willing to give you all the money I got.
We can pay off the house with that money.
Everything in me is telling me to run away.
Welcome home, Solange.
Oh, what's in there?
Yeah, that's the nursery.
It's my room now. I have realized I do not know my granddaughter's name.
We're gonna name her Fern.
Not a plant you got growing in there? No.
Oh, she's tripping.
Used to be parents understood names gotta have power. Your father, what was his name?
I didn't know him really well.
Call that a broken family.
Oh, hell no.
What the hell?
She thinks that the Holy Spirit possesses her and gives her power.
I can't practice my face. Not like I used to.
You're a racist.
You don't know what real racism is.
You're gonna tell me?
Have I offended you?
Holy shit.
Y'all let her step?
He's literally evil.
Do you fear the Lord?
No.
Fear me.
What the hell is this?
She said that you hit her.
What the hell?
She wants you to think it was me. She wants to replace me. I am her mother.
Oh, no, yeah. Hey, oh, no, yeah.
This is my house. Being cooped up with a newborn and a mother-in-law can drive anyone crazy.
Help me, Belinda.
My name is Belinda. Belinda.
no.
Guys. And I'm mad I didn't see this. What have I told y'all? What have I told y'all is the golden rule when it comes to scary movies? I've told y'all this so many times. Little white kids and old white ladies, you can't trust none of them. Here we go. I'm just glad that they just let us know from the jump. I'm glad that they was like, hey, huh? Crazy, wild, whatever. Listen, the second she started making them little off the wall comments, yo, moms, we gotta go. You got to go. We're gonna find an Airbnb. We're gonna find a nursing home, something somewhere else. And you carrying my baby, holding my baby? No. First of all, if you can't carry yourself, you think I'm gonna give my baby to you to carry? Without me standing right there under? All types of messed up. All types. Yes, I will watch because it has the religious vibes and I'm a sucker for it. So I need to know like what exactly is going on with this nonsense. So I'll be tuning in, but will you? Let me know, what did you think about the Front Room trailer in the comments down below? Because wow. All right, we have one more trailer to go through, and this one I have been excited for. That is Smile 2. I was very excited for this because I liked the last Smile movie. I won't spoil it for people, but basically they had to deal with an entity that nobody else could see but yourself, and this entity would make you see people always smiling at you. And the mere fact that they found a way to make a second movie has my attention. It has my attention. Mainly because I feel like it was so ingenious. Just like It Follows, where you didn't have some monster type of thing. I mean, there was kind of, sort of, but just using people that were following you to make you paranoid in It Follows was genius. Same thing in Smile. Smile, all it had was just people smiling at you. So if the people if you ever see somebody just at you, walk away. Personally, I don't trust people that smile at me too long anyway. What you smiling for? What's so funny? What's so great? What's wrong with you? And to take that and to make it into something scary is genius. So I love the concept behind this. So I'm very interested to see what they do with this, since apparently they're making this a sequel. So let's get this one up here too. There we go. All right, let's see what they do with this sequel. Again, for all you scaredy cats, I don't know what they finna do, so viewers beware, I guess. But let's check out Smile 2.
Hello?
Sky! What? No, get away from me! What? What is it? Get away from me! Louis?
Oh. Yeah, I forgot they'd be doing stuff like that.
Something really crazy is happening to me. I keep seeing this face everywhere.
You witnessed a death. Now it's latched onto you.
Hell no. Not the drive-by smile.
Stop smiling at me!
Oh my God! What? Brilliant. That's no smart.
That's a pretty cool shirt you got. Want me to sign it?
Oh, see. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. You're not showing me anything except the basic concept. Listen, don't trust nobody that smile at you. I like that. I like it. And she's a pop star, singer, dancer, whatever. You're going to be approached by fans all the time. And you probably going to have regular fans that walk up to you looking all weird anyway. So the fact that you mixing this in with actual horror too, I will be watching. I will be watching this. I'm not expecting it to be great. Because the last movie was cool. It wasn't like the greatest thing. The ending was a little extra, but I do want to see this. Y'all let me know, how'd you feel about Smile 2? Are you scared? Are you all right? You gonna be able to watch this by yourself at all? I don't know. Whatever you think, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right. Let's move on. We have an update with Will Smith. You guys know Will Smith, of course, one of the top actors, movie stars in the world, who, as you know, right now has been doing a great comeback when it comes to Bad Boys 4 that is currently in theaters. Bad Boys 4 is doing numbers, and it looks like, at least for most people, it looks like Will Smith has finally put the slap behind him. Even though some weird people want to keep bringing it up as if it's a thing. But this ain't stopping with just Bad Boys. Like, with his relationship with Sony, it seems as though Will Smith is going to do yet another movie. And we have some updates here about what that new movie is going to be. It says here that he is attached to star in Sony's new movie called Resistor. It says here, while the plot details are under wraps, the 2014 novel that it's based on is a sci-fi thriller that follows physicist John Grady and his team, who have discovered a device that can reflect gravity, a triumph that will revolutionize the field of physics and change the future. But instead of acclaim, Grady's lab is locked down by a covert organization known as the Bureau of Technology. Now, it says here that the Bureau's mission is to suppress the truth of sudden technological progress and prevent the social upheaval it would trigger. Because the future is already here, its rewards are only for a select few. When Grady refuses to join the BTC, he's thrown into a nightmarish high-tech prison housing other doomed rebel intellects. Now, as the only hope to usher humanity out of this artificial dark age, Grady and his fellow prisoners must try to expose the secrets of an unimaginable enemy, one that wields a technological advantage half a century in the making. Well, it already sounds like y'all just gave the whole plot away, but that was based off of the novel. So it is possible that maybe, they will make some changes or something. But this sounds a little Minority Report-ish mixed in with, I don't know, Concussion. Like, is he just going to be telling them, tell the truth, when it comes to gravity, tell the truth with gravity? Like, is that what he's going to do? I don't know. But I'm here for it. I like sci-fi stuff anyway. I will be interested to see. I need a trailer. At this point, I need a trailer. I feel like Will Smith can be trusted when it comes to picking projects. I mean, After Earth was kind of Emancipation, but hey, Bad Boys, great, So I don't know. Does this sound like something that you would want to see with Will Smith? What was that other movie he did? Oh, Gemini Man. Gemini Man didn't. Not so much. Where he was playing the twin and all that stuff. So it might be hit or miss. I don't know if Will Smith is still box office like, oh snap, Will got a movie, we gotta go. I don't know. I think this is gonna be, you're gonna need a good trailer, hopefully one that doesn't spoil everything like Gemini Man did, and hopefully an interesting concept. I don't know. You guys let me know. Are you excited for this new Will Smith movie? Is this something that sounds interesting to you? Will you be checking it out? Do you need a trailer first? Whatever you think, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Ism, what you got? E-Man, you said it. Never trust the old ladies ever. Like they just, I don't know what it is. The old white ladies, and I'm being specific now, it's the old white ladies. Because the old black ladies, they usually make them the wise, good people, whatever. It's the old white ladies you just cannot trust in horror movies. I don't know why people think that they're not suspicious. I am always suspicious of any old white lady in a horror movie, period. I don't care if she's just in the background. I don't trust them. I just don't. The movies have conditioned me to know this. Let's move on. Oh, did I mess that up? Oh, no, I did not. Okay. Delete that then. All right. Don't call it a comeback. But it seems as though Mr. Jonathan Majors is not going away no time soon. As many of you know, Jonathan Majors has been, in my opinion, an extremely talented actor, all the way from Last Black Man in San Francisco. Of course, you've seen him in Creed, you've seen him in Marvel, played as Kang the Conqueror. But despite his talent, also Lovecraft Country, despite a lot of his great talent as an actor, he has been plagued with a lot of bad publicity, bad press, mainly due to his legal troubles with his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari. You can check my channel to see how we covered the whole ordeal. Of course, he was found guilty in that case of involuntary, what was it, manslaughter, domestic violence, something like that. Personally, and I was on record for saying this, I did not think that the case was made for a guilty verdict. I did not think that they did a good job there. So I personally think that based off of what they showed, he should be found not guilty. But that's not the case. They found something, they pled guilty, whatever. I don't think he's going to do time or anything like that. But since that time, you've had a couple things happen. One, Jonathan Majors, after the trial, has been seen in public with Megan Good, his new girlfriend. Everything seems to be good with them. They both seem happy. They both seem, in a good place. You've seen them at award shows. You've seen them just out and about. Now, personally, I have said that I believe Jonathan Majors should lay low, right? Like, let all this stuff, let the dust settle, let people stop, putting your name in negative headlines and stuff. Just, lay low for a little bit, go on vacation, chill out, and then come back. One of the reasons why I said this was because right after the verdict happened, he went right there on ABC, did an interview, made a joke, in my opinion, in poor taste about the Coretta Scott King or whatever. And it just generated more talk about him that I don't think helped. And then, even after that, you had another report claiming that 2 more women were coming forward with accusations. Now, do they have a case? Do they have evidence? I don't know. All we know is that, according to these reports, I think it was Rolling Stone, 2 more people were coming up. Have the floodgates been open? I don't know. But despite all of that, it's not stopping Jonathan Majors from working. Yes, Marvel parted ways. A lot of other companies parted ways. A lot of studios parted ways. One of the movies was the magazine Dreams. This was going to be a movie that he was going to be a part of as a bodybuilder that's dealing with a dark side and all that. But after the trial, they were like, nah, we're not going to mess with it. But he has a new movie. Let's go into the details about it. It says here, Jonathan Majors is set to star in the revenge thriller Merciless. Merciless follows a top CIA interrogator who, after the woman he loves is overtaken by a malevolent force, he is forced to go even darker to defeat it. The movie will shoot in Saskatchewan in late fall. This is from the director. I think it's Martin Villeneuve. That is Denis Villeneuve's brother. It says here, Merciless intertwines themes of possession, revenge, and personal justice within a haunting narrative. It explores the psychological descent of John, played by Majors, and the supernatural forces challenging his sanity. All right. Listen. I support Jonathan Majors getting his career back and moving on with his life. I've already told y'all, I do believe my man should have just stayed low for a little bit. I've never believed in canceling him. I've never believed that he shouldn't work ever again. I just don't want a bunch of drama to follow him. Unless it's warranted, then, I mean, you can't avoid it. But if he's keeping his nose clean and then just come on back and do your comeback a little later. I'm a little nervous. I'm nervous about this movie. I'm nervous for the same reasons why Disney was probably nervous about showing him in Magazine Dreams, because, again, you have the optics to worry about. I know some of y'all are hardcore fans. Some of y'all don't want to believe stuff, and that's okay. But I need y'all to realize there's a difference between how you personally feel about a character or actor and the real life business of how Hollywood works. Hollywood, the movie business, is about selling tickets. And if the optics are negative, Hollywood will run away like roaches when the lights come on. That's why he got ditched by all his people so quickly. They didn't even need to know the verdict, and everybody just left him hanging. Whether you agree with that or not, it's irrelevant. It does not matter if you thought they were right or wrong. That's the way the business works. That's it. I don't know if coming off of these headlines, again, I didn't agree with the verdict, but that doesn't matter what I agree with or not. Coming off of the headlines where they tried to portray you as this dark, physical psycho, and now you're gonna play that on in a movie. I mean, I'm gonna watch because I believe in his talent, and I'm a fan of his talent. If this trial had never happened, I'd have been like, yo, this is going to be dope for him because he's going to murder this role. I'm just saying, if I was his PR person, I'd be like, hey, man, maybe you don't do this role right now. Maybe go do a rom-com. You know, show the public, show other studios a brighter side to you that they haven't seen, that can combat the negative stuff that has been following you, whether it's warranted or not. It's still been following him. I would have been like, do a rom-com, go do a comedy, go do an animated thing, something to get people's minds off of all the negativity and then come back and do something like this. That's all. I mean, what was that dude's name? Army Hammer. Y'all remember Army Hammer? Call Me by Your Name, Man from Uncle. Army Hammer, in case y'all didn't know, this man had all these rumors, or I don't know, it was some documentary or something that came out talking about how he was a cannibal. Like, I guess he was sending disturbing texts. I don't know, whatever it was. But the rumors and the headlines was Army Hammer cannibal. Do y'all think it would be a good idea, whether it was true or not, for Army Hammer to come in and play a cannibal in a movie? This is what I'm talking about when I talk about optics. It just wouldn't be a good look. So, you know, I hope the best for Mr. Majors. I will be watching this movie because, again, I'm going in as a critic. I'm going to watch the talent, and I do believe this concept already sounds pretty interesting. And I don't know, maybe things will smooth over. Maybe people will not hold him. They won't hold those headlines and stuff against them. Maybe there won't be any smear campaigns made about him. I just hope that, you know, there's nothing else. I hope there's nothing else in the closet. I hope there's no more dirty laundry. I hope for the best for everybody involved. But you guys let me know, how do you feel about Jonathan Majors having a new film? Is this movie something you're interested in watching? Do you think that this movie might be a little, maybe the content is a little off? Maybe he should do something a little lighter. I don't know. Whatever you guys think, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right. We are making fantastic time, y'all. Have anybody noticed this? Is it just me? Okay, it's just me. That's fine. I don't know why I'm even doing this, but y'all have this insatiable appetite for Anthony Mackie stuff. So we'll talk about it. Recently, Anthony Mackie has been featured on Hollywood Reporter, and they usually do this round table where they have a bunch of different actors and so on. So Mackie had a couple things that were interesting that he said. And I thought it would be kind of fun if we go ahead and talk about it because it does relate to other things that we've talked about in the past regarding Anthony Mackie. So we have some videos. Let me see, because I figured the videos were a little better to put up. Let me load these up here. Let's do this one first. All right. So in this video, this is going to be, I would say, a follow-up to what happened when Mackie was, we've heard the stories, and I've covered these stories before, about how Mackie would be approached by fans, and he would just be like, no. So in this interview, or in this roundtable, we actually hear what, he's not speaking directly about it, but he does kind of make reference to it. So I thought it'd be interesting if we heard his thoughts on fan interaction. That's pretty interesting. I'll play the rest of it, but I'm curious as to what he means by how people are using his pictures in ways that he doesn't really care for. Are they selling his pictures online for money? Are they making fun of him? I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen fans, you know, parading his pictures around. So I don't know what he's referring to. I saw the, you know, obviously he brought up the Kardashians, and I think what he's referring to is when the Kardashians really hit the streets, they or TV, they took reality TV to a new level. Like, they made people without talent popular, that concept. So for him, it was kind of like, it sounds as though people around him thought that, hey, if you signed up for this, you should be okay with us just bombarding you for pictures or whatever. And I think we all kind of agree that that's not really the case. Now, if you're a public figure, yeah, some things are going to be different compared to if you're a private figure, but I don't think that that means that you are obligated to stop and take a picture with everybody. Like, that's, if you pumping gas, bro, go pump your gas. Like, you don't have to stop and talk to people. You don't have to, take a picture with this little kid or whatever. Like, you can, but you don't have to. But there's a little bit more in this, I believe. Can't disagree with him there. Cannot. I mean, if the man tells you no, you got to respect it. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I hate that y'all are in these comments talking about don't nobody want his picture and nobody's harassing him. Why are y'all like this? Anthony Mackie has some fans. I don't know who they are, but he has some fans. Don't stop being mean. He had that one girl that pulled up on him at the gas station. And then he had that other little kid that, wanted a picture with him and his grandma. Like, that's two. That's two. Some fans in here, maybe something. So I agree with him full or 100%. He should have his space respected. He should not be harassed by people, and he don't owe nobody nothing. Now, hey, if my man is at a convention, if people pay to see him and take pictures, now, bro, that is your job at that point. You do say, take your pictures and stuff, but that's a transaction type of deal, right? But this wasn't all my man said during this interview. Let me pull up the other one here. Because this one,
famous.
This one we got to talk about just real quick, just because some of this didn't really sit too well with me. Can I get a good layout? Can we get a good layout? Okay, that's fine. Now, some people have wondered where. No, I take that back. Some people have manufactured a level of animosity that I have for Anthony Mackie that does not exist. I do not hate Anthony Mackie. However, there have been things in the past that Anthony Mackie has said or done that I have taken issue with. And in this interview, I found myself a little triggered because he did the one thing that really started to make me question him. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to tell y'all about it in a second.
Just because I did such a great job on The Wire, I've proven I can do it now. Just because.
Y'all heard that, right? He said no more. Now Clarence. What? Now Clarence. Y'all heard what he said. Hey, bro, was this you? Was it? I just want to know, did Juilliard prepare you to be Tupac? I just want. Okay. Like, okay. Let me finish. Let me just finish this. I'm sorry.
Did such a great job.
Let me finish. There is no universe that I ever would have wanted to see Anthony Mackie as Marlowe in The Wire. Thank God that did not happen. Don't nobody want to see Clarence selling drugs on The Wire. Keep in mind, this ain't Anthony Mackie after the Hurt Locker. This is in 2002. So you literally would have been having Clarence as Marlowe on The Wire. One of the issues I had was, and I can't pull it up, but I know it existed because I seen it. I remember watching, I want to say it was like Jimmy Kimmel or it was like Jimmy Fallon. It was something like that. And Anthony Mackie was on there. And I don't know if y'all have ever heard of this movie. And this is one of those things where I dare y'all. I dare one of y'all to step up and make a case for Anthony Mackie as a lead. Now, let me be clear because some of y'all don't understand what that means. Being a lead means that you are top billing. It means you don't need no help. I'm not talking about a co-lead. The Banker, it is a co-lead type of movie with Sam Jackson and Anthony Mackie. I'm talking about a lead. No help, no backup. Your supporting cast is there, but it's your movie. My argument has always been steadfast. As a lead solo movie person, he does not work. One of the biggest cases for this has been a movie called Crossover. Crossover is probably one of the worst movies that was ever made. Let's go back. Where is it? Hold on. Where is it? I already told y'all that, like, when it comes to IMDb, you look at the ratings, right? If it's above a 7, it's really good, right? If it's at a 6, it's average. If it's below a 6, it's a problem. Let's go down and see. Like The Banker, good movie, 7.5. Okay. See, Altered Carbon, 7.9. Okay. I want to see where Crossover was. This was a movie that he actually led. Where is it at? Oh, let's go lower, 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 lower. Lower, 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 lower. Nope, hold on. Let's see. There it is. I have never seen a 2.2 on any movie on IMDb. I didn't even know it went lower than 4. This was a movie Anthony Mackie led. 2.4, 2.2. 2.2. My man went on the talk show to promote this movie, and what threw me for a loop, I get it. You got to market what you got to market. You got to sell what you got to sell, and I'm fine with that. But this man said, when it came to Crossover, he dug deep because he went to Juilliard. If you got to pull out the Juilliard card and you're selling Crossover, I have suspicions. I don't know if I can trust you. This is not okay. So ever since that time, I was like, brother, I support you in doing the things that you got to do to get your money. But I cannot take you as seriously as you'd like me to because of that. And some of y'all might come back and say, man, well, he was good at other movies. I know he was good in other movies. That's not my argument. I don't have a problem with him being good in other movies. Hurt Locker, he was great. Banker, he was great. Sure. Where is that movie? Hold on. I'll give you another one too. There was another one. Y'all ain't even heard it. Y'all ain't never heard of it. See, this is how much I be actually watching these things. There it is. Repentance. Forrest Whitaker. He got Forrest Whitaker in the movie with him. But this was an Anthony Mackie movie. 4.9. That's what he gave you when he led the movie. 4.9. This y'all boy. Don't know why, but this y'all boy. Y'all think I'll be making this stuff up. Go watch it. Go watch Crossover and go watch Repentance. And I dare you to come and defend anything. I dare you. I dare you. With a straight face. Anyway, what do y'all think about Anthony Mackie's comments about saying no? What do you think about the fact that he could have been Marlowe, in The Wire? Whatever you think, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And by the way, we just having fun, y'all. We just having fun. So don't nobody go taking this all seriously. Let's see. Dwight, who do we have to beg, pray, trade with, barter, sell a kidney to get you on the Cat 4 press junket? I don't know, man. I don't know. I've been trying for a while now. I don't know if that's gonna happen though, but I would really hope that I could make it. I'd really, really hope that could be impossible. But if you really want to know, hit up Disney. Hit up Marvel. Hit up Marvel Studios. They the ones in charge. They the ones that can do it. I would love to. I'd love to. Listen, let me get an interview. We could make this work. But it's sadly not up to me. Kiki, can you post the pic, please? Kiki, why are you doing this? I want y'all to understand that this is not of my doing. I do not come on here looking for violence. I do not come on here looking to create issues. So I want y'all to know that this is all self-inflicted stuff. Unfortunately, I do not have that image that you are referring to. I accidentally deleted it. Hold on. Wait. I might have spoke too soon. I don't know why you want this. Because this is pure just chaos. I don't know why. But Kiki, you are a supporter of the channel. Here you go. Let's grab this other comment. Zia, what you got here? Y'all, can we simply ignore Mackie? And I personally will. Listen, that's up to y'all. That is up to y'all. If y'all want to ignore, I got no problem with it. That's fine. I'm not looking for problems. That's not my MO here at all. Okay. So thank you so much for that, Zia. I'm with you. I am with you. Ill, what you got? Anthony takes pictures that makes him look like he knows a secret and he's not telling anyone. This is facts. This is facts. Like I don't know why he does that. It's something with his smirk, but he absolutely does that for sure. 60, what you got? I run into him twice when I was home in New Orleans. Nasty demeanor and standoffish. White America will never accept him as the new Captain America. Yikes! Yikes! I had no idea. I mean, I knew it was bad. I knew he had a reputation, but my goodness, I didn't know it was that bad. Wow. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Natalie, back at it. I saw Caitlin Clark playing in ATL. That's dope. Looks like I'm just in time for Mackie Madness. Yes, you are. Thank you so much. Chris, what you got? You have to watch Anthony Mackie and Tyler James Williams, Actors on Actors Talk. It was very refreshing talk. They inspired me to try acting. We did talk about it last week briefly, but yes, those kind of I like those type of situations where they have the actors talking and all that. He didn't have to call my brother weird though. He didn't have to call him weird looking as a kid, but that was definitely a good talk indeed. Thank you so much for that. What'd you say, Mike? Yeah, after that quote, this would be the perfect time to bring back the Tyler Perry slap. Oh, you must be talking about the other. I wish I had it. I don't have it loaded up no more. But Mike, thank you, man. I appreciate you. I haven't seen you in a minute. Let's see. Night Catches Us was a great what was that? What? Night Catches Us? 2010. Who was in this? Anthony Mackie and Kerry Washington. Okay. I'll take your word for it. All right. It's got a 6.2 on IMDb, but I'll take your word for it. All right. Thank you for that. Muad, what you say? You got to rate black movies on a curve on IMDb. That's fair, actually. That is fair. I'm not mad at that at all. Let's see. What did you say? Minister Crush, E-Fam, what are you thinking? What do you think about E-Man not hating Mackie? Hate me. I do not hate Anthony Mackie, but thank you so much, Minister Crush. Baker, shout out to you. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I really do appreciate it. All right, guys, it is time to move on to our final topic. Hold on. Let me there we go. All right, there it is. We are on our last topic for the night. We have to talk about Blade. Stop me if you've heard this before, but Blade with the MCU is nothing but plague drama when it comes to the news, time after time after time. Every time it sounds like we're about to make a step forward, it feels like we move 2 steps back. This movie has been delayed for 5 years. 5 years. I recently made a post about how it bothers me how something like Thunderbolts was announced 3 years after Blade, and it's already finished filming. They're done. How you gonna come out 3 years after and you already done, and Blade can't even start up? I've also told you how it bothers me that Fantastic Four, they haven't even started filming. They were announced way after Blade, and they at least got some promo art. We at least know what Reed Richards, Sue Storm, we at least know what they will look like. Do y'all know what the MCU Blade will look like? I don't. Because every image that we have of Mahershala Ali as Blade is fan art. All of it. All y'all know about the MCU Blade in 5 years is a voice. I have said it before and I will say it again. I want Marvel to show us that they care. And how do you show us? Am I saying that you have to come out and do a big old interview? I mean, that would help. It would definitely help to just sit here and say like, you know what? Things are going crazy. It's wild, but we on top of it. We care. That would help. You can't get one of your little artists to show up and just be like, yo, this is our design for Blade. You can't do that. You can't sit here and say, hey, you know what? I don't know, in the upcoming Avengers movie or the upcoming Thunderbolts or something. I don't know. Here's a Blade cameo. Can Blade at least show up in What If? In animation? Maybe we get another voice and at least an image, something to let us know that he still exists. So what I will do here is talk about the whole situation. And you know, it's always been frustrating, mainly because of the fact that Blade was the single reason why we have the MCU today. In case you did not know, Marvel was under bankruptcy. They had to sell off their characters like Spider-Man, Hulk, and all of them, X-Men. They had to sell them off because they were about to go out of business. And Blade came out of nowhere, 98, and saved the entire Marvel company. And that's what inspired Kevin Feige to make the MCU and to start that off. And we got evidence of that too. And shout out to Wesley Snipes, because Wesley Snipes put Blade on his back, clearly cared about this project all day, and basically was one of the biggest reasons why we have what we have today. Speaking of Wesley Snipes, now I've already told y'all, and we've covered this, how Wesley has said that he's met with Mahershala Ali. He has talked about how he gave him advice. I believe he said, just try not to get hurt. And basically, Wesley has given Mahershala Ali his blessing to do Blade. So we don't need to create any fake type of conflict. There is no beef between the two. Wesley Snipes is very happy for Mahershala Ali to play Blade. But that does not mean Wesley is not going to be petty. Because Wesley, in case you knew, if you did not know, Wesley will be petty. He's been petty for a long time. And my man did not want to hide it on his socials. Wesley posted, and this is right after some of the drama came out, Blade, lordy, lordy, lordy. Folks still looking for the secret sauce. Riding snowmobiles in traffic, kind of rough. Daywalkers make it look easy, don't they? I can't even be mad at him. Because really, Marvel, why y'all giving this man ammo? We heard all the stories about Wesley having issues with production when it came to Blade 3. They were trying to add in all these other sidekicks and basically undermine him and the whole franchise that he made popular, bringing in Jessica Biel and Ryan Reynolds and all this stuff. It was stupid. Blade 3 was terrible. But Wesley, y'all, like, is he wrong? I don't think he's wrong. Because, I mean, at this point, I'm like, y'all have 5 years. You have 5 years to make a low-budget vampire-killing movie. This ain't deep. If you told me Avengers 5 is going to need 5 years, I get that. That's a big movie. You got 60 characters, a lot of schedules to juggle. I totally understand that. Blade, a black man killing vampires? You could shoot that in 3 months. Easily. You could make a Tubi movie out of that. Ryan Coogler already shooting a movie with Michael B. Jordan in them, and they probably gonna get done before Blade gets done. Oh, y'all thought that was all Wesley said? No, Wesley said some more. Yo, Mahershala Ali, I had to put cinnamon in the very first script too, for the flavor. So take no blame, man. Them don't know. Holla at the OD, Blade, Marvel. Come on, man. Come on, Wesley. Now, what he's referring to is the fact that, or the rumors that we heard about about Mahershala Ali having final script approval for Blade. And Wesley also had to put in a lot of input. Like I strongly recommend that you go look up on YouTube the Blade behind the scenes drama that happens with the other movies. Wesley was a integral part of making Blade as cool as he was. Okay. But my man is definitely kicking them while they down. He's definitely kicking them while they down. So real quick, let's kind of go through a quick history of the multiple writers that have been attached to Blade and some of the mess. Just a quick chronicle of the mess that's been going on. February 2021, it says Marvel hires the Watchmen writer. Watchmen is a fantastic show, by the way. You should absolutely be watching that on HBO. Stacey Kofer to pen the script for a project that has Oscar winner Mahershala Ali. Fall 2022, Bo DeMayo, X-Men 97, tried to take a stab at it. He made it a period piece. Okay, we'll talk about that a little later, but he made it a period piece. A year after that, or a little bit after that, with the writer's strike, this was a problem. Marvel went and got Nick Pizziolato to write. He had worked with Ali before on True Detective. Then in the fall of 2023, they lost Basim Tarek, the first director. They tapped Michael Starberry, who did When They See Us. And they got Jan Demange to direct. In the fall, they hired Michael Green, who did Logan and Blade Runner. And then now, Jan Demange, as we talked about last week, exited. And they brought in Eric Pearson, who did Thor Ragnarok, Black Widow, and is currently doing Fantastic Four. All right. So that's the timeline of all the nonsense that was going on. Now, we have the Hollywood Reporter doing some behind-the-scenes explanations according to their sources. And I would say that these, we can probably take these a little bit more seriously than the random rumors that we hear online or on social media. And there are a couple things that I thought were a little shocking. So I want to go through them. It's a lot of different, it's a lot of confirmation of rumors that we've heard before. And it's some other details that we probably have not talked about. So I do want to go through these so we can get an idea of what's been really going on with the Blade script and the Blade movie. So we know that we lost Jan Demange. Some sources say both sides grew frustrated with the development process. Now that makes sense. You know, if both, it's taken forever, it makes sense that both sides, Marvel and Jan, would be like annoyed by that. So they parted ways. At least it sounds amicably. So they were cool about it. Okay. It says here, Mahershala Ali has also been increasingly frustrated. And he was the one that handpicked Jan Demange after they lost Basim Tariq. So that's pretty interesting. We didn't know that before, that it was Ali that actually handpicked Jan Demange to direct this role. And his frustration, I think we heard rumors about it before, but it only made sense. Like, why wouldn't he be frustrated with a project that he was excited about to do, and 5 years later, nothing's happened? Goes on and says, but Marvel came to believe that Tariq was not the best fit for the project. According to sources, Marvel then presented Ali with a list of directors for consideration, but Ali conducted his own search after having concerns that the list largely featured filmmakers who were untested at the big studio level. Whoa. This is interesting now. This is that interesting background information we didn't know. Now, I understood, according to the rumors, that Ali had final script approval, but I didn't know he had this much power to handpick the directors. And it is concerning to me that Marvel would come up with a list of directors, and basically, if this is true, all them directors were inferior. All these directors were like, Ali was like, who? John who? Susie who? Who are these people? Inexperienced of doing, and Marvel has a habit of this. Marvel has a habit of taking talent that people might not be familiar with, might have only done 1 or 2 movies under their belt, and then they give them this big budget movie, mainly because, as we found out through other interviews, it's Kevin Feige, it's the other producers. They really are the ones that cook up the movie after everything is done. This is one of the reasons why you don't see them go after the big budget Hollywood directors, and they'll go with people that probably directed TV, probably did a couple things here or there, and then they'll put them on, and then after that, those directors go away. That's probably just a way for them to keep the budgets under control. But Mahershala Ali, according to this source, was like, I'm not doing this with that. Nah, we're not going to take some no-name director. If we going to do Blade, I want somebody that's got some good credentials. Fair enough. It says here Ali has, at times, exercised an inordinate amount of influence over the project in a way few other actors have on Marvel movies. It says Ali has envisioned Blade as his Black Panther. So, and I'm not saying this article is doing that, but it sounds like they're trying to blame Ali, or at least put some of the blame on him for the delays. Now, I'm not terribly upset about it if it's for the right reasons. If you're coming in with boo-boo writers and trashy directors, then it should be delayed. But I will agree, I haven't heard of, at least not with Marvel, any other actor having this much control over the script, over who the writers are, and over the director. I've never heard that. I've never heard any Robert Downey, Chris Evans, like nobody usually comes in and dictates how Marvel does things on the production side. That is something I would say is unheard of for Marvel. Now, other people do it, like, Tom Cruise does it on Mission Impossible and stuff, so it's not unheard of elsewhere. But with the Marvel machine, they gave, and maybe this is in his contract, they gave Mahershala definitely way more power than other people have. It says here, True Detective creator Nick Pizzolatto also was an Ali pick to bring the script over the finish line, but it was all for naught as the writer's strike, then the actor's strike shut down the movie. And it said here, people have missed about 3 windows to shoot other movies or shows. That's big. In 5 years, you can't, as an actor, just be sitting around doing nothing. You got to keep working. You got to keep your access. You got to keep your status up. You got to build up your resume. To wait 5 years and you can't do nothing. They said they missed 3 windows to shoot other things. That's money. People have been losing money, whether it's the writer, whether it's Ali. People have been losing money by waiting on Blade. Now, we have talked about how Ali has done, he signed up for a Tom Hardy movie that he's playing in, and he's also doing Jurassic Park. So maybe he found some wiggle room to kind of be like, whatever, I'm going to do my own thing in the meantime. But it's definitely a problem that people are missing out money like that. It says here, unlike several other Marvel projects that were shut down, then restarted, Deadpool, Thunderbolts, Blade instead let most of its actors go, like Delroy Lindo or Aaron Pierre, and Marvel hired Michael Green in November. After Dimanche left, go-to Marvel writer Eric Pearson, who pleased the studio with Thunderbolts and with Fantastic Four, he jumped in. We talked about this last week about how Ali's attorney, Shelby Weiser, told in an interview that the deal for Blade was in 2019 and they still haven't shot it, which is pretty much the craziest thing in my professional experience. So it's not a good look when the lawyer got to weigh in. I don't even recall hearing from entertainment lawyers like that. Now, it says here, after the strikes, Blade was a victim of pandemic delays and Disney's full steam ahead pivot to streaming, which forced Disney to overproduce and overdevelop its slate. In other words, there wasn't enough attention paid to it. It really was a causality of the too much era. I have talked about this extensively. I have told y'all that ever since Bob Chapek came in and said more movies, more TV, everything, that was the direct cause, not the only reason, but one of the biggest causes of why Phase 4 for Marvel has been terrible. Overall, it did not deliver as a phase. This is one of the reasons why even Kevin Feige, after Bob Iger came back, everyone said, we're going to slow down. We're going to slow down. We're going to do maybe 2 or 3 movies a year, maybe 2 or 3, projects. We're not going to do all this extra stuff because it hurt the quality control. And unfortunately, Blade was the worst victim out of this whole thing. When your parent company is telling you, we want you to do more stuff than you are even capable of doing, yes, Marvel is still to blame. But at the same time, you can't excuse how Disney made them do too much, too fast, too soon. And we all suffered for it. So the whole pandemic thing, this was definitely a problem. And that's why I've always said I like the fact that they realized that that was an issue and that they are slowing down so that they can focus on these films and just get them right. But for whatever reason, Blade has not been on that radar. This also goes on to say that could explain why Blade kept on shifting storylines and time periods. The version that was aiming to shoot last year was set in the 1920s, according to sources, and it featured Mia Goth as a vampire villain named Lilith, who wanted the blood of Blade's daughter. Now we can add a couple things. Didn't we just read about how Beau DeMayo was the one that had a script that was a period piece? So could it be maybe that Beau DeMayo was the one? We heard the rumors about them trying to make Blade a third character and they tossed that. We heard the rumors about how Blade was going to have a daughter, and that was stupid because it was like, we haven't even gotten them yet. Why are we talking about a daughter already? Could it be that Beau DeMayo is the one that introduced that? But I'm just saying, this article said that Beau DeMayo made a period piece, and we see here that the period piece had something to do with Blade and his daughter. That's what we almost got, but that's not what we're getting, because it says for another iteration under Tariq, Marvel built a big old train set, but it was never used. But the new take, the current take on Blade, is said to be present day. Okay, so it is now present day, which is interesting because to me, it would have been smart to make it in the past because it would re-emphasize the fact that Blade, the character, does not age because he's, a vampire, half vampire. So it would have been smart to kind of show that he looks the same over the centuries, right? Like that, it would have made sense for us to see that. I could see why they wanted to make a period piece. But it sounds like after all those other scripts, it sounds like now they're moving in and saying, we're just going to make it during present day. That's what they're going to do. It says here the new plan calls for the script to be written over the summer and then go out to directors. It says here Marvel chief Kevin Feige holds a special place for Blade. Back in 2017, he said a character nobody had heard of at all, had only appeared in a few issues of Tomb of Dracula or something, turned into a big franchise. That was always a great lesson for me, where you go, it doesn't matter how well known the character is, it matters how cool the movie is. So we have confirmation, at least from Kevin Feige, that Blade was the reason why he likes to go into the bottom of the barrel of characters in the MCU to make them great. Blade was the reason why, because Blade was not a household name character at that time. He was a side character, and he just kind of grew in popularity, especially after the movie. What disturbs me right now, I like the fact that they have a plan to write this script in the summer. And I believe they are looking to start filming in November, I think, or sometime in the fall. My thing is, who the hell is the director? I mean, that's great that y'all about to redo the script. That's great that you have at least competent writers. Who the hell is the director? Now, from what it sounds like, they need to redo the script. They need to make sure Mahershala Ali likes the script. And then they're going to shop it around to different directors that will read the script. And maybe, if we're lucky, they'll just go and shoot it. Because keep in mind, even if a director reads the script, the director might want to change some things. And we don't know. But that is your recap of all the drama going on with Blade. We definitely got more insight about Mahershala Ali's involvement. It sounds like they gave him more power, and I think that that's a good thing. I like about how they said he wants it to be like his Black Panther, because I've already told y'all Blade has a greater possibility of having that cultural Black Panther effect than Captain America 4. Who didn't we read that from the same outlet talking about source? Some people say Captain America 4 is going to have Black Panther. How? From who? From where? What culture told you this? Now, Blade is for the culture. Blade, I promise y'all, I know people going to be dressing up in black. We going to show up. We going to show out. Is it going to do Black Panther numbers? I don't think so, because it has to be rated R. It's not going to have the same audience. Little kids are not going to be running around dressing like vampire. Maybe they will. You know, the little bad kids that like to do bad things with their friends. But Blade is definitely going to be a cultural movement, I believe. Especially if you can get Wesley involved. I already told y'all, I don't need Wesley coming back in full everything. I just need a cameo from Wesley. I want a cameo. I'm cool even if you want to make him a producer. I'm cool with that too. But ain't no way Captain America 4 is going to be like Black Panther. It's just not going to happen. So they can get that up. Anyway, guys, y'all let me know, what do you think about the Blade information? What do you think about this update? Is this news interesting to you? Is it different? Is it something you didn't expect? Does it give you hope? Does it make you more discouraged? Whatever you think, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right, time is ticking. And I'm about to answer these real quick. JN, Spike Lee, Ava DuVernay for Blade. Marvel, pick one. Sure. At this point, fine by me. Fine by me. Nerdy, thank you so much. What's your honest excitement level right now for the 2025 comic book films? Superman, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, Captain America, and allegedly Blade. What's Deadpool? So I'll say this. For Deadpool, I mean, well, okay, you said 2025. That's why. Okay. Superman, I I'm not a big Superman fan like that. Like, I like Superman, but Superman does not, get the people going. Like, it's okay. So yeah. Scale from 1 to 10 for excitement, 7. I'm interested to see what they do, but that's it. Fantastic Four, same thing. I don't care about the Fantastic Four like that. I feel like Marvel hypes up Fantastic Four just because internally they were their first, super family, and it has that heritage. But I don't personally care about Fantastic Four like that. I personally care about the Fantastic Four characters like Doom, Reed Richards. I care about them and how they add to other stories, but I don't care about their movies. So there's that. Thunderbolts. Oh, wait, what did I give? Superman, I gave a 7. Fantastic Four, I'm at a 6. I don't care. Thunderbolts, I don't know. I think we're gonna get Sentry or something. I need a trailer at least. So right now I'm at a 5. I don't care. Captain America, you mean the Hulk movie? 6, maybe. I don't know. It feels like they're gonna add so many things in there. It might get our attention. So I'm at a 6. Blade, I am excited for that. If they can get it right, I'd be at an 8. I know I'm miserable because of the current process, but if they can get it right, if they can shoot it, I will be at an 8 for Blade. Because that is a movie that I grew up on. That is a franchise that I've always enjoyed and appreciated. I was excited when they announced Mahershala Ali. So that one I'd be at an 8 for that. But in terms of my excitement, as I mentioned earlier, I'm waiting, at least on the Marvel side. I want to see what they do after Secret Wars. That's going to really determine my excitement. And for DC, I want to see what they do with Batman, Brave and the Bold. If Batman sucks, throw away DC. What's the point? So that's where I'm at with those. Thank you so much, Nerdy. I appreciate you. Sorry for making you wait on that. Quiet one. They should have just tied Blade's storyline to the Loki series. Morbius already mentioned the TVA dealt with vampires. Facts. If they can tie TVA to Deadpool, then they could tie them to Blade's storyline. Just saying. I saw rumors online that they might be doing that, but it might not be in the way that you think. So maybe. I totally agree that in Loki, they could have easily just thrown Mahershala Ali in there some way, somehow, and that would have been pretty interesting. But all we got was a little tease, and that was it. But thank you for that. I totally agree with you. Chris, what you got? Do you think Ali will be let go and Wesley returns? Is there a possibility? I do not think that Wesley will be let go. I'm sorry. I do not think that Ali will be let go. I feel as though, keep in mind, and here's the thing, Ali is the one that called Marvel. I don't think I read it in the article, but it's in the article here. Ali is the one that called Marvel. He told them, I want to do Blade. What's up? Marvel then said, we would love to have a 2-time Oscar award winner. Let's dance. This is probably why they gave Ali all of this authority that they normally don't give other actors. So if Ali is gone, it's going to come from Ali. It's not going to come from Marvel based off of what we know. So, and I say that because I see a lot of people creating motives. A lot of people are creating conspiracy theories and stuff. Go off of the information we have, not what you think, right? I'm not saying this is you. I'm talking about all the people that are like, oh man, Marvel just hates Ali. And no, we don't have any indication about that. We have more indication that Marvel is working with Ali and Ali is working with them. Definitely things have not gone as planned, but there isn't some sort of animosity where Marvel's going to fire him. don't create narratives. Please don't do that. Go off of what we actually know and what's in the, not on them Twitter streets. Go off of what's actually reported in articles that's more reliable. Will Wesley return? We already talked about how there were rumors that Wesley could return maybe in an Avengers movie. I would love that, because I've already said if Wesley comes back, even as a cameo, that will solidify the first Blade movies as now MCU official canon. So I hope Wesley does come back in a cameo in the Avengers movies to solidify it. I do not believe you're going to get Wesley Snipes back as the official Blade moving on. I've already told y'all, I love Wesley Snipes. I appreciate Wesley Snipes. I want everything good to come Wesley Snipes' way, but I'm not about to trade in the 50-year-old Mahershala Ali, soon to be, with the 61-year-old Wesley Snipes. No, not to carry the franchise. A cameo, yes. To carry multiple movies? No thanks. I love Wesley, but no thanks. I don't know what y'all be living in. I don't know what world y'all keep living in. Have y'all seen Wesley? I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I'm just saying my man has gotten older. I thought y'all do know that if he takes his shirt off, it's not going to be the same buff Blade that y'all saw before. You're going to have to keep Wesley under the trench coat. This is not body shaming him. He just so happened to grow 30 years older than when he was in Blade. I don't know. Do some of y'all know how time and the body works? You know, again, Chris, this ain't at you. It's just some of the people that were in the comments last time. They like, bring Wesley back. And I'm like, for what? Do y'all realize Wesley is technically a senior citizen? This is what y'all want for the ageless vampire hunter? The ageless half vampire? Y'all want a senior citizen? Make it make sense. Again, no shade to my mans. But come on now. Come on now. Don't be trapped in the past now. Woo. Anyway. We made it. We made it. We made it. My wife would be proud of me if she wasn't asleep already. I think she's asleep. She's asleep. She already hit that position. She gone. Guys, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with your boy, talking, having fun. Hope you guys had a good time. I'll be looking at the comments later. I'll get into the comments later. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you. We will be back on Monday for House of the Dragon. I need you to tune in. I need you to tune in for House of the Dragon. Monday nights. This is what y'all picked. A lot of y'all said you didn't want to go Sunday right at night, so you want to wait until Monday. So we are gonna keep it on Monday nights to do our House of the Dragon recaps, and to talk about the show. We will still keep Wednesdays for the Acolyte. We'll see what goes on with that. Let's see if the show can save itself, because it ain't saving it for me right now. But we'll see. But anyway, guys, please make sure you have a fantastic and safe weekend. Enjoy yourself. You already know the routine. Wash your hands, wash your butts, and everything in between. And until next time, guys, see you later. Peace.